When people think of Siberia, they often imagine endless snow and extreme cold. But beyond that frozen image lies a world of towering volcanoes, ancient forests, crystal-clear lakes, ghost towns, and landscapes that seem almost unreal. From the Valley of Geysers and Lake Baikal, to the vast Taiga, the remote Chukotka wilderness, and the legendary Trans-Siberian Railway, Siberia is filled with breathtaking wonders. Yet what makes Siberia truly remarkable is the way fire, ice, wildlife, and human history continue to shape this immense land. These places are more than natural landmarks. They tell a story of survival, exploration, and nature's incredible power, revealing one of the last great frontiers on Earth. Today we explore the most captivating destinations across Siberia, uncovering extraordinary landscapes and hidden stories, beginning with the spectacular Valley of Geysers. Valley of the Geysers, Dolina Geyserov. Like a colossal white dragon awakening beneath Kamchatka, the Valley of Geysers breathes steam into the frozen wilderness. Hidden deep inside the Kronotsky Nature Reserve in Russia's remote Kamchatka Peninsula, it remains one of Earth's most isolated geothermal wonders. Stretching 6 kilometers long and 4 kilometers wide, the canyon holds over 90 active geysers and boiling hot springs. Beneath the surface, volcanic magma heats underground water to nearly 250 degrees Celsius, powering constant eruptions of steam and mineral water. Accessible only by helicopter, the journey feels like entering another world beyond civilization. First discovered in 1941 by geologist Tatyana Ustanova, the valley has endured constant geological change ever since. Massive landslides, including a major collapse in 2007, have reshaped its fragile terrain and hidden power. By day, towering geysers like Velikan erupt dramatically, sending columns of steam up to 40 meters into the sky. By night, the valley transforms into a silent, glowing realm where drifting vapor moves under moonlight like living spirits. In this place, Earth reveals its raw heartbeat, reminding us of its fragile beauty and unstoppable volcanic force of the Earth itself. Lake Baikal, Siberia, Russia. Far beneath Siberia, where time feels suspended yet endlessly alive, lies Lake Baikal, a body of water older than human memory itself. Lake Baikal, located in the Buryatia Republic and Irkutsk Oblast of Russia, is the deepest and oldest freshwater lake on Earth. Formed around 25 to 30 million years ago through tectonic rifting, it continues to expand by about 2 centimeters each year, while holding nearly 20% of the world's unfrozen freshwater. Stretching 636 kilometers in length and reaching 1,642 meters in depth, its vast scale resembles an inland ocean carved by ancient geological forces. Despite its size, Baikal remains extremely cold and pure, with near-freezing deep waters and thick winter ice lasting almost half the year. More than 2,500 species live here, including over 80% that exist nowhere else, such as the Baikal seal and unique endemic fish. By day, its surface shifts between sapphire blue and crystal clarity, revealing extraordinary underwater depths. Sudden weather changes can transform calm water into violent waves or freeze it into glass-like ice fields. By night, the frozen lake mirrors Siberia's vast sky, reflecting stars and auroras across a silent horizon. Lake Baikal stands as Earth's living archive, reminding us that nature is both ancient memory and present reality, constantly shaping our understanding of time itself. Chuya River, Altai, Republic, Russia. Like a turquoise ribbon carved through the Altai Mountains, the Chuya River reveals raw alpine beauty in constant motion. Chuya River, located in the Altai, Republic of Russia, is a stunning tributary of the Kutyn River in southern Siberia. It was formed by tectonic uplift and glacial melt from the ancient Altai Range, shaping deep valleys and fast currents. The river stretches about 320 kilometers, descending from high elevations and carving dramatic gorges and turquoise channels across rugged terrain. Strong currents, freezing winters, and sudden floods make the Chuya one of the most dynamic and dangerous mountain rivers. Its ecosystem supports Altai wildlife, including snow leopards, golden eagles, and mountain goats, thriving in harsh alpine conditions. By day, the river glows turquoise against dark cliffs, pine forests, and winding canyons, creating a breathtaking natural composition. Weather changes rapidly here, with sunlight mist and storms transforming the river from calm beauty into roaring power. At night, the Chuya River reflects moonlight and stars, while echoes of flowing water fill the silent mountain valley. The Chuya River stands as a symbol of untouched nature, reminding balance between exploration and preservation in the Altai. Chukotka Sopka volcano, Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. From the heart of northern Kamchatka, a colossal volcanic giant rises above the clouds, shaping its own weather, its own horizon, and its own definition of power. Chukotka Sopka stands as the highest active volcano in Eurasia, dominating the Chukotka volcanic group in Russia's far east. Reaching heights between 4,750 and 4,850 meters, depending on recent eruptions, it is built upon a massive base nearly 15 kilometers wide with a summit crater about 700 meters across. Its near-perfect conical shape is formed by continuous basaltic eruptions, sending ash and lava columns high into the atmosphere with remarkable frequency. This is one of the most active volcanoes on the planet, with more than 110 eruptions recorded during the Holocene period. Despite its beauty, it is extremely dangerous to approach with unstable ice fields, toxic gases, and sudden explosive activity, making every ascent a high-risk expedition. Access is limited to expert climbers and specialized scientific teams, as the region is remote and often unpredictable. By day, its snow-covered slopes contrast sharply with black lava flows and drifting ash clouds across the taiga landscape. By night, glowing eruptions turn the mountain into a blazing beacon beneath the Siberian sky, visible from great distances. Chukotka Sopka stands as a powerful symbol of Earth's constant creation and destruction, reminding us that the planet is never truly still. Oymyakon, Sakha Republic, Yakutia, Russia. Like a frozen kingdom, trapped inside the breath of the Arctic, Oymyakon stands as a living paradox where human life survives at the edge of extreme cold. Oymyakon, located in the Yana Oymyakon highlands of the Sakha Republic in Russia's far east, along the Indigirka River, is known as the coldest permanently inhabited village on Earth. Home to around 500 to 600 people. This remote settlement has recorded a historic low of -67.7 degrees Celsius in 1933, with unofficial readings dropping even further and experiences temperature swings exceeding 100 degrees across seasons. Built on permafrost, every structure is designed for survival, with wooden homes raised above frozen ground, constant heating systems, and vehicles kept running to prevent engines from freezing. Life here is shaped by isolation and endurance, connected to the outside world only by the harsh Kolyma highway, often blocked by snow and ice. Winters dominate most of the year, locking the land in temperatures below -50, while summers briefly transform the valley into a surprisingly green, taiga landscape. Despite its remoteness, Oymyakon attracts extreme adventurers seeking the legendary Pole of Cold, a place where survival itself becomes an achievement. By day, frost-covered trees and endless white plains define the horizon, while by night, the silence of ice is broken only by the shimmer of stars and occasional auroras. Oymyakon stands as a powerful reminder of human resilience, showing how life adapts even in the most unforgiving environment on Earth. Geyser, Lake, Altai Republic, Russia. Deep within the remote mountains of Altai, where silence is broken only by the breath of the earth itself, lies a small lake that seems to defy the rules of nature and time. Geyser Lake, also known as Blue Lake, is located near Aktash village in the Altai Republic of Siberia, Russia, and is one of the most unusual geothermal lakes in the region. It was formed after the Chukotka earthquake of 2003, when underground thermal springs began feeding the basin and creating mysterious concentric clay rings that continue to shift beneath the water. Despite its small size of about 30 meters in diameter and just over 2 meters deep, the lake remains unfrozen throughout the year due to constant geothermal heat rising from below. Situated in a harsh mountain climate, the area is remote and often isolated by snow, rugged terrain, and extreme seasonal conditions. Its ecosystem is shaped by warm, mineral-rich water, allowing algae and microorganisms to thrive, while surrounding taiga forest and fallen trees frame its surreal blue surface. By day, sunlight reveals hypnotic circular patterns that seem to pulse like a living organism beneath crystal-clear water. Weather changes rapidly here, and mist or rain can transform the lake's color and mood within moments, adding to its surreal presence. By night, the lake becomes a quiet mirror of stars above the Altai sky, while subtle geothermal warmth rises silently from below. Geyser Lake stands as a rare reminder that even after destruction, Earth can create beauty in the smallest and most unexpected forms. Krasnitsyn Caldera, Oymyakon Island, Kuril Islands, Russia. From the edge of the Pacific, where storm and silence meet, a perfect ring of water emerges, guarding a hidden volcanic world. Krasnitsyn Caldera on Oymyakon Island in the Kuril Islands near Kamchatka, Russia, is one of the most surreal geological formations on Earth. It is often called a volcano within a lake, on an island within an island. The caldera spans about 7 to 7.5 kilometers in width, enclosing Lake Koltsevoye, which reaches depths of nearly 369 meters. At its center rises Mount Krenitsyn, a volcanic cone over 1,300 meters high, formed by a massive eruption around 7,500 years ago. The structure is made mainly of andesite and dacite and remains part of an active volcanic system, with the last eruption recorded in 1952. Completely uninhabited and extremely remote, Oymyakon can only be reached by ship or helicopter through harsh North Pacific conditions. From above, the caldera appears as a perfect geometric circle carved by destruction and time. By night, it becomes a silent cosmic basin under the stars, revealing Earth's raw creative power and fragile beauty in perfect balance. Here, geological time continues to shape a world where destruction and rebirth exist as one continuous living process. Kamchatka Peninsula, Far East Russia. Where the edge of Asia fades into the restless Pacific, Kamchatka Peninsula emerges as a vast wilderness forged by fire ice and unstoppable geological force. This remote region in Russia's Far East is one of the most volcanically active places on Earth, where raw planetary energy still shapes every mountain valley and steaming fissure. Stretching about 1,250 kilometers and covering nearly 370,000 square kilometers, Kamchatka is larger than Germany, Austria, and Switzerland combined. It contains more than 300 volcanoes, with around 30 still active, including Klyuchevskaya Sopka, the highest active volcano in the Northern Hemisphere, at 4,750 meters. The land is shaped by the powerful subduction of the Pacific Plate beneath the Eurasian Plate, driving intense geothermal activity and countless hot springs across the peninsula. Isolation defines this region, with no major road connections to the outside world, and access mostly and by air. Harsh winters, heavy snowstorms, and constant volcanic risks make it one of the most extreme environments on the planet. Yet it supports the world's largest population of brown bears and the majestic Steller's sea eagles. By day, snow-covered volcanoes rise above endless forests and salmon-filled rivers in dramatic contrast. Kamchatka stands as a living reminder that Earth is still evolving, shaped daily by forces far beyond human control. Mutnovsky volcano Kamchatka Peninsula, Russia. Beneath the frozen silence of Kamchatka, a restless giant constantly exhales fire and steam, as if the Earth itself was struggling to breathe through an open wound in its crust. Mutnovsky volcano rises from this volatile landscape as one of the most active geothermal systems in southern Kamchatka, Russia, located about 75 kilometers from Petropavlovsk-Kamchatsky. Rising to 2,322 meters above sea level, Mutnovsky is formed by 4 merged craters with 2 main calderas reaching up to 2 kilometers wide and nearly 400 meters deep. Inside, a surreal world unfolds: acidic turquoise lakes, collapsing ice fields, and waterfalls born from melting glaciers, all shaped by continuous geothermal forces. This is also a place where nature and technology intersect through the Mutnovsky geothermal power plant, which converts volcanic heat into clean energy. Across the crater, powerful fumaroles release extreme heat, forming vivid yellow sulfur crystals along the rock. Reaching this volcano is extremely difficult due to toxic gases, unstable ground, and constant geological activity. Access is only possible by off-road vehicles or helicopters, emphasizing its isolation from civilization. By day, Mutnovsky appears like a shifting alien landscape of steam ice and fire under harsh light. Mutnovsky stands as a powerful reminder that Earth's volcanic energy can both destroy and sustain life, shaping the balance between nature and human survival. Oymyakon Island Lake, Baikal, Russia. In the middle of Lake Baikal's vast frozen waters, there is a place where silence feels ancient and alive, at the same time as if the lake itself is guarding a forgotten spirit. Oymyakon Island, the largest island in Lake Baikal, is located in the central waters of Siberia, Russia, within the Buryatia Republic and Irkutsk Oblast. It was formed alongside the Baikal Rift Valley over 25 to 30 million years ago through powerful tectonic activity composed mainly of ancient granite and gneiss rock. Stretching about 72 kilometers in length and covering 730 square kilometers, it rises dramatically from the lake, with Mount Zima reaching 1,276 meters as its highest point. The island experiences extreme and diverse landscapes shaped by harsh continental climate, powerful summer winds, frozen winters, and long dry summers that shape its unique environment. Its ecosystem is divided into taiga forests, open steppe, and even a small desert-like area, creating one of the most unusual natural combinations in Siberia. By day, rugged cliffs, sandy shores, and pine forests contrast against the deep blue waters of Baikal, forming a vast and untouched wilderness. Weather shifts quickly here as strong winds and sudden sunlight transform the lake's surface from calm reflection to wild motion within moments. By night, Oymyakon becomes a silent spiritual world under star-filled skies where wind echoes through cliffs like distant voices of the past. Oymyakon Island remains a sacred center of Baikal culture, reminding us that nature, history, and belief are deeply intertwined in the living memory of the Earth. Sea of Okhotsk, northwestern Pacific Ocean. Between the edges of Siberia and the vast Pacific, there exists a sea where ice does not simply freeze, it dominates everything, reshaping the horizon into a shifting world of silence and power. The Sea of Okhotsk is one of the most extreme marine environments on Earth, where nature reveals its most unforgiving face. The Sea of Okhotsk is located in the northwestern Pacific Ocean, bordered by the Kamchatka Peninsula, the Kuril Islands, Sakhalin Island, and the Siberian coastline of Russia. It was formed through complex tectonic activity and deep oceanic trenching, shaped by the same forces that drive the Pacific Ring of Fire, making it a region of both seismic and volcanic intensity. Covering approximately 1,583,000 square kilometers, it reaches depths of over 3,300 meters, making it one of the most biologically rich marginal seas in the world. Despite its vast productivity, the sea endures some of the harshest conditions on the planet, with thick seasonal ice cover, violent winter storms, dense fog, and sub-zero temperatures dominating much of the year. Its waters support an extraordinary ecosystem, including king crabs, salmon seals, whales, and vast colonies of seabirds that depend on its nutrient-rich currents. By day, its surface appears cold and metallic, broken by drifting ice fields and distant volcanic coastlines rising from the horizon. Weather changes rapidly here, as calm waters can transform into storm-driven chaos within hours, shaped by Arctic winds and Pacific pressure systems. By night, the sea falls into deep darkness, where waves echo endlessly and occasional auroras shimmer across the frozen sky. The Sea of Okhotsk stands as a reminder that even in the harshest environments, life not only survives, but thrives with overwhelming power and resilience. Chukotka Peninsula, Chukotka Peninsula, a remote edge of Asia, where continents seem to break apart and icy winds from the Arctic Ocean collide with the restless waters of the Bering Sea, shaping a land that feels like the end of the Earth itself. Chukotka Peninsula, also known as the Chukchi Peninsula, is the easternmost point of Asia, located in Russia's Chukotka Autonomous Okrug. Formed through ancient tectonic forces and glacial activity during the Ice Age, the region is defined by rugged mountains, tundra plains, and coastal wilderness. The peninsula covers around 49,000 square kilometers, while the broader Chukotka region exceeds 700,000 square kilometers, stretching toward the narrow Bering Strait. Extreme Arctic conditions dominate here, with temperatures dropping below -50 degrees Celsius, powerful winds, and long polar winters. Dad. Wildlife thrives against all odds, including reindeer, polar bears, whales, and seals alongside the indigenous Chukchi people who have adapted for centuries. By day, endless tundra, frozen coastlines, and drifting sea ice create a stark, silent horizon. Weather shifts violently, from blizzards to fog, and the dramatic extremes of polar daylight and darkness. At night, the sky erupts with the northern lights, transforming the frozen landscape into a living celestial canvas. Chukotka stands as a symbol of resilience at the edge of civilization, reminding us that nature defines the limits of human existence. Altai Mountains. Across the heart of Central Asia rises the Altai Mountains, a vast stone ocean carved by deep time, where Earth's ancient forces still breathe beneath snow and wind. Altai Mountains, also called the Golden Mountains of Altai, stretch across Russia, Kazakhstan, China, and Mongolia, forming one of Asia's great natural borders. Formed between 500 and 300 million years ago during Paleozoic tectonic collisions, later reshaped by Quaternary uplift and repeated Ice Age glaciations. Spanning nearly 2,000 kilometers, the range reaches heights above 4,500 meters at Mount Belukha, with vast glaciers and deep alpine valleys. Here, continental extremes dominate, with winter temperatures dropping below -40 degrees Celsius, heavy snow, strong winds, and rugged terrain that challenges all life. The Altai supports rich ecosystems of taiga forests, alpine meadows, and steppe grasslands home to snow leopards, Altai ibex, and rare medicinal plants. By day, snow peaks glow above dark forests, rivers cut through deep valleys, and from above, the mountains resemble a golden wave frozen in motion. Weather shifts rapidly from sunstorm and dense fog cycles. When night falls, stars reflect on silent frozen mountains' glow. Altai shows Earth's ancient power and time itself. Sayan Mountains. Sayan Mountains rise like a colossal stone barrier between Siberia and Inner Asia, carved by glaciers and deep time whispering ancient secrets through its frozen winds. Sayan Mountains are a major range in southern Siberia, spanning Krasnoyarsk, Tuva, Buryatia in Russia, and northern Mongolia. Formed during Paleozoic tectonic activity, later reshaped by Quaternary uplift and intense glacial erosion, dividing into western and eastern Sayan ranges. Stretching 2,300 kilometers range peaks at Munk Saridak, reaching 3,492 meters, and feeds Yenisei River system. Extreme continental climate dominates with long freezing winters, heavy snowstorms, and inaccessible terrain cut by deep valleys and cliffs. Rich ecosystems include taiga forests, alpine meadows, and steppe zones home to snow leopards, deer eagles, and rare aquatic species. By day, jagged peaks rise above rivers and forests, forming vast waves of stone, seen from above as endless ridgelines. Weather shifts rapidly from sunlight to storms, with fog rolling through valleys and sudden snow bursts transforming the landscape. At night, the Sayan Mountains fall into silence under starlight and occasional auroras, with wind and water echoing through stone corridors. The Sayan Mountains preserve Siberia's geological memory, reminding humanity of resilience, deep time, and the raw beauty of untouched earth. Chulishman Valley, like a colossal incision carved into the Altai heart, Chulishman Valley reveals millions of years written in stone and rushing water. Chulishman Valley in the Altai Republic of Siberia. Russia flows from Lake Julukul toward Lake Teletskoye through remote wilderness. Formed by glacial erosion and river incision during the Quaternary uplift of Altai, carved a deep, mountainous corridor over time. The valley stretches along the Chulishman River for 241 kilometers, cutting steep cliffs and hosting dramatic stone mushroom formations. Extreme terrain defines the valley, with the dangerous Kartuyarik Pass landslides, sudden floods, and rapidly changing mountain weather patterns. The ecosystem includes taiga forests, alpine meadows, and steppe zones supporting bears, deer eagles, and rare Altai wildlife species. By day, turquoise waters wind between red cliffs and green forests, forming a ribbon-like valley visible from high above. Weather shifts rapidly from sunlight to fog, heavy rain, and sudden storms, transforming the landscape like a living painting. At night, the valley becomes silent, filled with river echoes, starlight skies, and the mystical atmosphere of Altai wilderness. Chulishman Valley reflects Earth's geological memory, reminding humanity of fragility, time, and nature's immense creative power itself. Novosibirsk. Beneath the vast Siberian sky, a city emerges where frozen rivers and iron rails once met, transforming isolation into one of the most powerful urban centers in Eurasia. Novosibirsk is Russia's third largest city and the unofficial capital of Siberia, located along the mighty Ob River. With a population exceeding 1.6 million, it grew from a small settlement into a vast metropolis within just 70 years. It hosts Akademgorodok, a major scientific hub, and features massive bridges crossing the Ob alongside Soviet and modern architecture. Built on permafrost, Novosibirsk faced extreme Siberian winters below -40 degrees and began as a railway outpost in 1893. Founded in 1893, it became a city in 1903 and reached 1 million residents in just 69 years. Novosibirsk Opera and Ballet Theatre is one of the largest in Russia, and the city is a leading Siberian cultural center. By day, the city stretches along the Ob, with modern towers reflecting on the river and Lenin Square forming historic core. At night, Novosibirsk becomes a glowing metropolis, with lights shimmering on the Ob and the Opera House shining like a beacon. It symbolizes determination to conquer Siberia and stands as proof of progress, resilience, and the future of Russia. Tobolsk. Above the meeting point of the Tobol and Irtysh rivers, a silent hill rises, where a stone city once commanded the vast Siberian frontier, enduring centuries of ice fire and time itself. Tobolsk is the oldest historic city in Siberia, located in Russia's Tumen region, and was once the administrative capital of all Siberia. Founded in 1587, during Russia's eastward expansion, it became a strategic center for exploration, governance, and trade across the frozen frontier. The city is home to the Tobolsk Kremlin, the only stone fortress in Siberia built on a high hill overlooking the river valleys. Constructed using white stone and Moscow architectural techniques, it introduced durable masonry traditions into Siberia's harsh environment. Despite extreme cold isolation and repeated fires, Tobolsk was rebuilt and preserved as a symbol of resilience and early imperial expansion. By the 18th century, it served as the capital of Siberia, controlling vast territories stretching deep into Asia. Today, the Kremlin remains the city's defining landmark, preserving churches, towers, and historic administrative buildings. By day, its white walls rise above wooden streets and river bends, creating a frozen image of centuries past. When night falls, Tobolsk becomes a quiet monument of memory and endurance, reminding us that human history is shaped as much by survival as by ambition. Irkutsk, like a wooden lacework city, emerging from the frozen breath of Siberia, Irkutsk stands as a timeless gateway between civilization and the wild silence of Lake Baikal. Irkutsk is one of the oldest cities in Siberia, located along the Angara River in Irkutsk Oblast, Russia, and serves as the main access point to Lake Baikal. With a population of around 600,000, it lies just 60 to 70 kilometers from Baikal and is famous for its hundreds of intricately carved wooden houses. Its architectural identity blends traditional Russian craftsmanship with European influences from the 19th century. Built on permafrost and shaped by extreme Siberian conditions, the city also carries a history of exile during Tsarist and Soviet times. Founded in 1661 as a Cossack fortress, Irkutsk later flourished through the tea trade route between Russia and China. It is often called the Paris of Siberia, known for its cultural richness and well-preserved wooden architecture. By day, the city glows with green riverbanks, historic churches, and wooden mansions, reflecting a warm, cultural atmosphere amid harsh surroundings. When night falls, golden lights illuminate the streets and shimmer across the Angara River like a living painting. Irkutsk symbolizes the meeting point of human history, an untamed Siberian nature where culture survival and wilderness exist side by side. Taiga Forest, Siberia. Stretching across continents like an endless living tapestry, the Taiga Forest forms the largest forest ecosystem on Earth, a realm where nature has shaped its own rhythm for thousands of years. Covering vast areas of Siberia, as well as parts of northern Europe and North America, the Taiga Forest is the largest coniferous forest on the planet. This immense woodland emerged after the last ice age roughly 10,000 years ago, developing across cold landscapes shaped by permafrost and nutrient-poor soils. Today, it spans nearly 17 million square kilometers, covering about 29% of the world's forested land and stretching thousands of kilometers across the Northern Hemisphere. Life here is shaped by harsh conditions, including long winters, short summers, frozen ground, and the constant threat of large wildfires. Yet this wilderness supports remarkable biodiversity, including brown bears, wolves, moose, lynx, flying squirrels, and countless migratory birds, among forests of pine spruce, fir, and larch. During the day, endless green canopies extend beyond the horizon, broken only by rivers, wetlands, and isolated lakes that reflect the vast northern sky. Throughout the seasons, the landscape transforms, continuously shifting from misty mornings and gentle sunlight to snowstorms and occasional summer fires. When night arrives, silence settles over the forest, while stars shine above the dark treetops and the wind moves softly through the endless wilderness. More than a forest, the taiga is one of Earth's greatest life support systems, absorbing vast amounts of carbon and helping regulate the global climate. Here, nature is not a place, it is time itself made visible. Arctic, Siberia, Russia. At the northern edge of Eurasia lies a landscape where ice sky and silence seem to stretch forever. This is Arctic Siberia, one of the most remote and extreme environments on Earth. Extending across the northern reaches of Russia, from vast tundra plains to the shores of the Arctic Ocean, this immense region forms the northern frontier of Siberia. Its foundations were shaped by ancient ice ages and geological forces, leaving behind deep layers of permafrost that have remained frozen for thousands of years. Covering roughly 3.5 million square kilometers and stretching along thousands of kilometers of Arctic coastline, the region is larger than many countries combined. Life here exists on the edge of possibility. Winter can last for 9 months. Temperatures often plunge below -50 degrees Celsius, and long periods of darkness dominate the cold season. Yet even in these harsh conditions, Arctic Siberia supports a unique tundra ecosystem where mosses, lichens, hardy shrubs, reindeer, Arctic foxes, wolves, migratory birds, and polar bears have adapted to survive. During the day, vast expanses of tundra, frozen rivers, sea ice, and distant Arctic waters create a landscape of extraordinary scale and solitude. The environment changes dramatically throughout the year, from fierce snowstorms and freezing winds to the brief summer season illuminated by the midnight sun. When darkness returns, the Arctic sky comes alive with brilliant auroras, dancing above the silent tundra, creating one of nature's most spectacular displays. Arctic Siberia is more than a wilderness. It is one of the planet's most climate-sensitive regions, reminding us how closely Earth's future is connected to these frozen lands. Here, nature is not a place, it is time itself made visible.